Sometimes God removes people from your life not because they were bad, but because they were no longer part of your destiny. You don't see it at first, you only feel the silence, the distance, the aching space. Where someone used to be, you question what went wrong, but the truth is, nothing went wrong. God simply began pruning your life the way Jesus spoke of in John chapter 15 verse 2. He cuts off every branch that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. What you see as rejection is often divine redirection. God's separations are not punishments. They are preparations. When someone walks away, you may secretly think you did something wrong, but sometimes you were never meant to grow in the same soil together. There are seasons when God isolates you to elevate you. You can't hear his voice over the noise of constant companionship or comfort. That's why he sometimes lets relationships fade, because he's calling you into deeper intimacy with him, away from the distractions that once defined your peace. It is shocking how God will use heartbreak as holy surgery, cutting you where it hurts so you can finally heal in the places you hide. You think you're losing people, but what's really happening is God removing what could limit your calling. Even Abraham had to separate from Lot before God revealed the fullness of his promise. You may love them deeply, but not everyone can go where God is taking you. This is the hidden side of favor, divine separation that feels like loss, but leads to purpose. Some people were blessings for a season, not forever. And if you try to hold on to what God is trying to take away, you'll delay what he's trying to bring next. It's a painful truth, but sometimes God must break your heart to expand it. You cry over the ones who left, but heaven rejoices because you are finally free to grow. You see, spiritual growth often happens in loneliness. Elijah found God not in the crowd, but in the quiet whisper. Moses met him in the wilderness. Jesus himself went alone to pray. Isolation isn't abandonment, it's alignment. When God separates you, he's not punishing you. He's sanctifying you. He's cutting away anything that could compete with his voice in your life. The enemy wants you to interpret divine distance as rejection, but the Spirit is trying to show you it's a season of transformation. You can't cling to the familiar if you're going to step into the supernatural. Romans chapter 8 verse 28 reminds you that all things work together for good, not just the good moments, but the painful ones too. The breakup, the silence, the betrayal day. We're all classrooms for your soul. God's pruning may feel cruel, but it's the mercy that matures you. He knows that if you stayed where you were, you'd eventually wither. So he pushes you into discomfort to make you grow stronger in faith, deeper in character, and bolder in obedience. The shocking truth is this: God doesn't just remove what's wrong for you. He sometimes removes what's right but not yet ready. That's why patience in pain is worship. The waiting, the wondering, the loneliness hits where roots form before the fruit appears. When God separates you from people you love, it's not to leave you empty, but to make room for what's eternal. The same hands that took them away will one day restore everything in a better form, at a better time, for a better reason. Until then, walk by faith, not by sight, trusting that divine separation is still divine love in motion.